Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a cryptid encounters video on Squatchin. And this isn't actually a story about a Sasquatch. It's kind of advice and information for people who want to go searching for Sasquatch or other cryptids. I'm titling it Squatchin, so here we go. Before I get into this, though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including a fun little story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. It's called The House Off Farrago Road. It's got a Welsh gargoyle. It's got a Russian sea devil. It's got a descendant of Jenny Greenteeth, the river hag. She's a witch. It's got a druid, a sentient tree. A rougarou even shows up. Um, Elementals. Everything is in this book. And the protagonist is a skinwalker. I put everything I could think of in there. I just jammed it all in there and made it work. Again, it's not serious. It's a fun little story, and I hope you get it and I hope you like it. All right, Squatchin. Here we go. For decades, organized groups, pairs, and individual Sasquatch hunters have been scouring the wooded areas of the world for the elusive creatures. Over the years, many such individuals have come up with methodology and practices which they feel increase their chances of making contact. Furthermore, there are specific signs that they look for which may indicate that one or more Sasquatches are inhabiting the area. And the Sasquatches go by a variety of different names, so I'm using Sasquatch and Bigfoot as generic terms. But they're all over the world and they all have different names and they're all different sizes. I thought I might talk about some of these signs and methods so that some of you amateur squatchers don't go walking into this blind. I'm also going to talk about preparations before you go into the woods. I cannot stress how important being prepared is when you're going into the wild. Any wooded area of any kind. There are four main signs that squatches are operating in an area. The first and most well-known are tracks. If people report finding large humanoid tracks in an area, that's a pretty good sign. The second and more obvious sign is sightings. If someone has seen a Bigfoot, chances are that the creature will remain in the area for at least several months. There's theories that they migrate back and forth along routes, so even if they're not there now, they may come back. The third sign is stacked rocks piled on top of each other. Modern humans rarely stack rocks, and finding a stack is a reasonable sign. Finally, now that also could be a hoax, so let's not mince words. Okay, there are idiots out there playing hoaxes on, no, look, it thinks it's Bigfoot. Yeah, that happens. Now, again, I don't know if Bigfoot is real. I believe they probably could be, and finding one would be awesome, but you never know. Finally, one of the more intimidating signs, which most researchers feel is used to mark their territory, is a formation made of uprooted trees. In Alaska and Canada, these trees can be of considerable size. They're not broken off, they're uprooted. You see the roots sticking up in the sky. Okay? Like as I said, in Alaska and Canada, these trees can be of considerable size, meaning that the Squatches could probably be much larger and physically stronger than their southern cousins. And there is a form of Sasquatch in Alaska that is like carnivorous. It hunts down people, so be aware. Some of the methods squatchers use to try and communicate, I'm going to get into that shortly, by the way. Some of the methods squatchers use to try and communicate with these creatures are truly inspired. Some are downright bizarre. Wood knocking seems to be relatively successful. 3 knocks on a tree trunk is quite often answered in kind. Howls and hoots are often answered in kind. Many squatchers play loud music of various types to try and attract any Sasquatches that may be nearby. I would imagine soft and melodious music might work, but I've heard of some researchers blasting hard rock, heavy metal, acid rock, country western, and many other types, even rap music. That probably scares them away. Many Sasquatches, many Squatchers cook. I can't read my own writing. Many Squatchers cook food or place fruit and cookies out to attract a Bigfoot. This has seen success in limited situations, especially the fruit. So, that could be useful. One of the most bizarre methods that I've seen is when female researchers wear loads of perfume and parade outside their campsites in the hopes of attracting a male Sasquatch. my question for them would be, what are you going to do if it works? I mean, yeah, maybe it's been a while for him. You never know. You might get more than you bargained for. That's all I'm saying. Many researchers spend weeks in the field documenting everything they can to further that field. If you plan to join their ranks, be sure to bring recorders, plaster for casts, for making casts of the tracks, cameras, and plenty of notebooks and pens for documenting everything you find. This works for whatever cryptid that you're looking for. Whatever you're out there trying to find, you want to be able to document what you do find. Now for the words of wisdom. Come prepared. Dress for the weather. Plan for a blizzard and dress accordingly. You can always take a jacket off, but if the weather turns, you'll be glad you have it. Plan to get stuck for a week longer than you anticipate being there. Always plan for extra time. Allow for extra food, water, and other consumables. Keep 3 full bottles of water on you at all times, along with energy bars in your pockets. Nobody plans to get lost, but you can mitigate the situation if it happens. The longer you can last, the better chance the rescuers have of finding you. Always bring an emergency GPS locator, radio and communications gear, and a good hunting knife. Sometimes your cell phone won't get it done, okay? And the good hunting knife will help build an emergency shelter. Always bring along a reliable hunting rifle. Yes, a rifle. Nobody wants to shoot a Bigfoot if they don't have to, but I would imagine an 8 to 10 foot creature that uproots trees can probably kill a man. Pretty quick. It's better to be safe than sorry. And not to mention, the same place you're looking for a Sasquatch, that's where the bears hang out. The Fat Electrician does a wonderful thing on bears. How do they put it? A 700-pound meat missile that runs at 35 miles an hour and eats its prey ass first. Yeah. Bears are not the only animal out there, but they're the ones that scare the crap out of me. Wolves are out there as well. I'm just saying, nobody wants to shoot anything, but if it's a choice between that critter and you want you to survive. Okay? God forbid you have to shoot a Bigfoot, at least you've got the corpse. Always bring the means to start a fire. Always. Always bring flashlights. Always tell people where you are going and where you are setting up camp. Stick to that plan. Do not vary. If you want to go someplace different, go back, tell people what you're going to do, and then go do it. There's always the next trip. Okay? Stick to your plan that you've outlined to whoever you told. Every time you leave camp, leave a note telling where you plan to go and the day, date, and time that you left camp. If something should happen, you want to make it as easy as possible for rescuers to find you. If at all possible, do not go out squatching alone. The buddy system is not overrated. It is actually the best system. Always try to coordinate with other local Bigfoot researchers so you don't get into each other's way. You don't want to step on each other's toes. Should your wood knocks be answered, you don't want another squatcher to be the ones to respond. They might think you are a Sasquatch. I am by no means an expert in this field, so don't assume I know everything. I know next to nothing comparatively. I did a video a while back about a couple of squatchers who got lost and died of exposure. Check out my video, Have Some Common Sense. As for the actual research, contact a veteran researcher and talk to them about methodology and coordination. If you're going to do this, do it right. And good luck. Maybe you will get the real evidence we need to make mainstream science sit up and take notice. Take photographs. As a matter of fact, I would recommend, if you have one of those digital recorders that goes for hours, like a trail camera or whatever, wear it on your chest. Because while you're walking through the woods and you're scanning the trees, you may not see anything. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call them, they survive by hiding. They are great at hiding. Imagine how many times people have been in the woods over the last 500 years, and they're walking by and they don't see the guy, the big hairy guy hiding behind the tree on their right. They don't see it. They walk by. And this guy has no interest in him. He just wants to be left alone. So he's hiding behind a tree. And he's good at it. It's his natural habitat. Remember, this guy survives by hiding. Okay? So yeah, wear a camera that records constantly and look around a lot. Use your body to pan that camera around, because later on, when you review that film, that video, you may see something you didn't see when you was walking through there. Imagine walking through and then suddenly that tree, you pan around and then you pan around and you go back and the tree that was standing there is no longer there. And you didn't notice it when you were there. And it's like maybe 15, 20 feet away. Yeah, that has happened. There's a famous Bigfoot video, the Patterson-Gimlin film. It's probably the most famous Bigfoot video of all time. These two guys caught it in, I want to say, Northern California. Well, just right now, very recently, in the last few years, people were examining the area around the Bigfoot, and they think they spotted another one in the trees. That video is 50 freaking years old, and nobody saw it. They were concentrating on the creature, and they didn't look behind it off to the left, where apparently another one was hiding in the trees. So you never know. Videotape everything. If you're out there for 3 days and come back with 24 times 3 hours worth of video, amen. Go through it all. If it's nothing, you can always record over it or whatever, but you never know what you'll find. That's all I'm saying. Anybody else wants to add something to this, please do. I am by no means an expert, but stick it in the comments, please. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. If anybody else has any other signs or any other methodology that I missed, please put that in there too. Hope this finds everybody well, and good luck. Hope you find him. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.